Immigrants from all over the world are coming to New York. If you are an immigrant who is pregnant or are living with children who are under 21 years old, this information is not for you or your family. All other adult immigrants or asylum seekers who came into the United States after March 15, 2022 should continue to watch this video about shelter in New York City. If you have friends or family anywhere in the United States that you can stay with, it is best to stay with them. If you cannot afford to travel to them, New York City will pay for your tickets to get there. For everyone else in New York City who has nowhere to stay and can't pay for their own housing, New York City must provide you with shelter. But there are new rules you need to know about shelter in New York. To get shelter for the first time in New York City, you should go to the Arrival Center located at 45 East 45th Street in Manhattan. When you arrive, you will meet with city workers. You can ask that they speak with you and give you documents in your preferred language. They will ask if you have any other place in the United States to stay or if you have enough money to pay for your own housing. You must answer their questions to get a shelter bed. You should also tell them if you require any help because of your health. If the city determines that you can stay in a city shelter, they will give you a guide that includes resources to help you find a more permanent place to stay. If you are a single adult over the age of 23, or you are in New York City with family members who are over 23 years old, you will be allowed to stay in a city shelter for at least 30 days. For single adults between the ages of 18 and 23, you will be allowed to stay in a city shelter for at least 60 days. You should receive a notice when you arrive at your shelter that states how long you can stay there. Your goal during your 30 or 60 days is to do all you can so that you no longer need to stay in a city shelter. If at any time you want to leave your city shelter and live outside New York City, tell the shelter worker. The city will pay for you to go anywhere in the world. If you need more time in a city shelter, the city will only give you more time if you can show them you are doing all you can to move out of the shelter system. If you think you will need more time in shelter, tell shelter workers as soon as possible so that they can make an appointment for you at the re-ticketing center. Do not wait until your last day in shelter to ask for an appointment because there are only a few available each day. If you do not get an appointment before your last day in shelter and do not have anywhere else to go, you should still go to the re-ticketing center, located at 185 East 7th Street in Manhattan. The workers at the re-ticketing center must speak to you and give you documents in your preferred language. If you cannot read, ask the workers to read them to you. The workers will want to see documents showcasing that you are in a special situation or documents that show everything you have done to move out of the shelter system. Have all of your documents with you, printed out, or on your phone. You will automatically qualify for more time in shelter if you are in one of the following special situations. You can show that you have found a place to live that you will move into within 30 days. You can show that you are leaving New York City within 30 days. You can show that you have an event in your immigration case within 30 days. You can show that your doctor recommends more time in shelter while you recover from a recent serious medical procedure. You can show that you have an upcoming medical procedure or medical appointment for a serious issue within 30 days. You are 18 to 20 years old and can show that you are enrolled full-time in high school. There is something about your health that stops you from being able to find a new place to live or a paying job. If you are not in any of these 7 special situations, you can still show everything you have done to move out of the shelter system. You should do as many of these things as you can. Doing too few will mean no more time in shelter. Show all of the appointments you have tried to make with an immigration lawyer. Show all of the appointments you have attended with an immigration lawyer. Show that you have applied for asylum or some other change in your immigration status, and all of your applications for programs that help immigrants move to a place outside of New York City to live. Show all of the apartments you have visited or asked about. Show that you have contacted family, friends, or other people you know who are living in the U.S. to see if you can stay with them. Show that you have made an appointment for a driver's license or other ID. Show that you have an individual tax identification number. Show all of the classes you are attending, including English language classes, college or community college, job training classes, and employment certification classes. Show that you have applied for government benefits that you are eligible to receive. Show all of the jobs that you have tried to get. Show that you have a job. Attend all appointments with your shelter caseworker. Follow all shelter rules and cooperate with shelter workers. The city will review all of this information and tell you if you will be able to stay in your city shelter and for how long. You will receive this in writing on the same day as your interview. Remember, the workers must speak to you and give you documents in your preferred language. If you cannot read, ask the workers to read them to you. If the city does not agree to give you more time, tell the workers at the reticketing center immediately. You can also send an email to the city explaining why the city is wrong, or return to the reticketing center and reapply if you have new information. If at any time you do not have a place to stay, you can go to a drop-in center where you can get food and a shower. They do not have beds, but you can stay there anytime between 7 p.m. and 7 a.m. The reticketing center can provide you with the address of the drop-in centers. You should also contact an organization to help you. There are many different groups, including these, that you can call.